Let me start with what happened with Montserrat. Montserrat is a 39 square mile island with the capital Plymouth having been located right within short proximity to the volcano, where all the assets, most of government's infrastructure was located. In 1995, we had a volcanic eruption that meant in stages most of the area south of what we call the Bellam Valley had to be relocated to the north. Post the evacuations, most of the areas, in fact all of the areas that were evacuated would have been destroyed actually by the volcano. To give an example, in Plymouth, the tallest buildings in Plymouth, in one case a Catholic church, has been covered by material from the volcanic crisis. So persons are living in what we consider the 1/3 north of the island. Of course, about 1/3 of the population remains as well. We had a population of close to 13,000 before the volcanic crisis. The population is just over 4,000 persons. The biggest lesson I would say is, in terms of infrastructure development, is to consider optional locations. Dominica is unique in the sense that Dominica lies along a backbone of volcanoes. So you have volcanoes in every area on Dominica. What people should consider going forward is, if you do infrastructure like significant infrastructure like port facilities, medical, security, all these large sectors, is to consider whether you want to put everything in the same area, because in Montserrat's case, everything was centered around the capital Plymouth. And in real life, society is built around places that are easy to survive, land that is fertile, and areas where you could do trade, especially by sea. And sometimes the harbors, the natural harbors formed by volcanic events, are where persons would want to put down their habitat. What is important is to ensure that you have what you call a fallback position if something happens. Persons are normally scared of volcanoes, hurricanes or events. It is normally sold as something to be scared about. The mitigating factor for most of these events is that if persons know what they have in a backyard, so to speak, or they know what's threatening them, in most cases persons know what to do. The human being wants to survive, and people will do anything to survive. But people should look beyond surviving events, and I'm speaking just a bit beyond volcano now. If there's an event that you're preparing for, consider preparing to survive the event, but also not just saving your life, but preparing for livelihood after. Because if you survive, you need to live, and you need to prepare for that. My name is Billy Darrow. I'm the Director of Disaster Management on Montserrat. I am originally from Belleville-Chopin. I left Dominica in 1987 to work on Montserrat as a police officer.
This message is brought to you by the Office of Disaster Management and the Ministry of National Security, Immigration and Labor.